Nochocsh Nechoshes, Part 3, Sefer Bamidbar, Pashas Chukas, page Samach, Beis Amud Aleph, in the middle of the page. And this is also the concept of the whole story and the life of Nochocsh Gamzu. He used to say about everything, Gamzu L'Teva. This is also good. Because he saw in the truth of it, that in his source, the source of the evil is good. And he brought the evil to his source. And over there, it's good. And once it comes to his source, it becomes good, and also good back in this physical world. And then it changes that we can see that it's physical good. Like the story for Bechanina ben Dosa, that his daughter put vinegar to light the candles, and she was about to light it and realized that she can't light it. So Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa said, whoever told the oil to light will tell the vinegar to light as well, because in its source is the same thing, there's not much of a difference. And therefore it can be changed. And this is the concept of davening. That in this person, in a physical world, the neshama inside the body is suffering many pains and many tzaras v'yisurim. What does the neshama wants to connect to his creator? And the body does not allow it. And it's exactly like the Golus Shechina. That the Shechina, the God presence, cannot be revealed in open way in this world. And the neshama has to give life even in the things, even in the level which is evil. And he has to give life to the body, and all of its intention is in order to elevate the body from his low stage of dirt. And he has to purify it like silver in the end of the silversmith. The more he has garbage inside, the more it needs to be purified, and the more it needs to be closer to the fire to burn out the negative and to have the silver purified. And it's a greater and greater fire. The same thing the physical body needs to purify from the Yetzer Hara, or to bring it to its source. Just like a mashal of Ben Melech with the Zayno, when he realizes that her true desire is that he should not do the wrong thing, that itself will give him the ability to overcome himself. And when a person realizes the source of the body is good, and therefore that the reality does not want to have negative, that itself will give him the ability to overcome it. And the more evil, the more mixture of evil there is, you need a greater fire. And a stronger fire to connect to the Eibishter. And therefore, in the first Beis Hamikdash, that there wasn't so much evil, they didn't need so much tefillah, so they didn't need so much davening with burning. Because all of the action was to bring the evil to the source. And that was sufficient through Kabbanis. But in the second Beis Hamikdash, they made that it should be davening. But it was short, according to the amount that it needed. The amount of fire needed according to the evil that was inside of them. And small amount was good enough for them to purify the evil that they had. But we have to daven greater and greater with more slavos, with more bren, with more fire as the generation is going along. And we need to strengthen ourselves and to pray with a lot of fire. And what is that? Because the lower the generation comes, the more fire we need to burn the evil. And it's not because we are greater than the previous generation, and therefore we have to daven with greater fire. But opposite around, because the greater the evil is that is added on in every generation, you need to separate it and to burn it away by greater fire in the davening, and to purify the evil that is inside of us, and to bring it back to the source by the praying, by davening with a tremendous amount of fire. That when a person realizes the source of life, the source of the evil that gives him life, and that only life comes from the Eibishter, and without the Eibishter you cannot exist, by that is bringing to his source, and by that is purifying it and causing that also in this physical world, it will also be only physical good as well. We'll continue with Hashem tomorrow.